So, if you have been keeping up to date with Weekly Shonen Jump, anime and manga related news, then most likely you've already heard before I've uploaded this video. But as always, on the off chance that you haven't, I want to let you all know, because I know there is many that have watched my video on the recommendation of Act Age, and because of that, I think it's right to kind of talk about it, because I really liked Act Age. I love this series, but now it's officially canceled. Now, before you make any misunderstandings, if you're unaware, it was not axed because of, like, poor ratings, poor sales, nothing in that regard at all. It was doing actually really well. It was probably going to get an anime. Most likely there is an anime project in the works. That probably was just now straight up canceled. Now, to kind of get into something that needs to be said before anything else, many have been making mistakes on social media and blaming the writer and the artist for what happened, but the artist is not at fault. She's completely innocent and did not do anything that the author did. Like, the author is a completely different person that got arrested and all of that. So, before you go on and start, labeling and talking bad about the artist of Act Age, she had nothing to do with it. She's without a job, and she's most likely the one that pretty much was the final nail in the coffin to conclude the series, to just straight up end it, even though it's not going to get an ending or anything, just to straight up end it, because it needs to be done. It's kind of always going to be weighed over her and all that. It's like, oh, you worked with someone that got arrested and did these type of things. It looks bad. And it was her first time, from what I'm aware of, that she is an artist within the manga industry. So it's obviously not good for her to have worked with someone for the first time and have that kind of applied to her. Obviously, though, there is many within the manga industry that are giving her support, which shout out to that. You have the artist of One Punch Man that worked on Ice Shield that is retweeting and talking about her art and all that, and I appreciate that greatly. I am really happy just to see the fact that the artist is getting a lot of support and love, and people, are kind of understanding and knowing that it sucks for her too, because now she has that reputation. She worked with a guy like that. And she's not at fault at all, but the point is that, she's now desperately looking for someone probably to work with or work on her own series, and I'm just glad to see that a lot of the people within the manga industry are giving her support, so just shout-outs to that. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify, with anything I'm about to say within this video, nothing applies to the artist. She's innocent. It is the male author of this story of Act Age that caused, what happened in the cancellation. So, okay. The writer of Act Age was arrested and caught doing things that you obviously should not do I can't really say it because YouTube won't let me say it, so the best way to kind of say this. So you remember what happened in the Smash community like a few weeks back to almost a month ago? Well, imagine that. That's pretty much what this author of Act Age actually did. So now you can kind of understand why the series was canceled, and there's actual footage of it. Okay, that's the best way I can kind of word this, okay? That's all I can say. And I will link in the description for you to look at it yourself and get the full details if you're interested, but yeah, there's apparently footage of it. He's arrested with everything. It's not just like a uprising cancellation on social media. It makes a lot of sense why all of this went down. So the author of the series did something very despicable. This series is now officially canceled. Now, I think it's for the best, honestly, because the writer, is done, and obviously the story can't continue, because even if Act Age was to go on, it would never be the same after everything. It would never be the same story, quality, but on top of that, it just would always have that taintedness to it because of just everything that happened. So it makes a lot of sense why the series came to a conclusion. All offers, I never expected Act Age's offer to do something like they did. Because when you look at what the story's about, it's like it has powerful female characters. You have, female characters that are, really good, well-written. Honestly, one of the best well-written female characters I have seen in a long time. And when you find out about what happened, it's just like, are you serious? It's sick. It's super, super sick and disgusting. It's revolting, honestly. It's just... What is with 2020? 2020, man. It's just, if it's not the Smash community, if it's not something going on with a celebrity, it's something within the manga industry, and just like, what is going on? Just like 2020, man, it's such a bad year. It's such a bad year, and just like, oh my god, like, just like, it's disgusting what this offer did, and I'm sad though that I won't see the conclusion, but like I said, it's for the best. So yeah, that sucks. It sucks for the artist, though. I feel really bad for her. Like, if there's anyone that I feel the most bad for, is her, because she's technically, like, a victim out of all of this, because, like, she's without a job now, and I don't know who exactly would be willing to kind of work with her again, like, hey, come on and, you know, work on this series and all that. She'll always have that name attached to her, because technically that was the first time she really worked on a manga from what I'm aware of, and it was with someone like that. It's just like, she's always gonna have that attached to her history record now when it comes to, like, everything. Just like, yeah, I hope she's able to find work. I hope she gets a lot of support. You know, I'm actually going to link her Twitter in the description as well. Go give her some support and all that. I know she, you know, is getting already support, but more support will do her good. I think it's really nice to see, because it's just like, she probably definitely needs it now, because she's probably worrying, like, really disgusted, depressed, because no job on top of that with everything that happened, just like, what's next? I'm gonna leave it at that, though. I guess this is my last entry on Act H. I will, however, be looking forward to the work of the artist. If there is ever a manga that she works on or writes, I will definitely be looking forward to it and seeing where it's gonna go, because I am interested. I am very interested. She had very beautiful artwork throughout the entirety of Act H. Definitely stood out, and so I am excited to see what's next for her. Well, anyways, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.